This is mid-October 2017. I will have a solo show of paintings at the Neutra Museum in June of 2018. The show is called Distress. Everything is red, white, and blue with black. Many of them painted over black. This piece is the most narrative of all of them. You can see an American flag, or you can see a flag there. The red panels are not finished. In fact, I think all the red panels that I show in this video are not finished yet. A lot of the blue ones are. These paintings go back 7 years at least, so the current political climate of resistance and distress signals was in the voodoo for artists some time ago. We're just going to take a little walk through. Now this is a triptych and will be sort of like this when it's finished. Some of the other diptychs and definitely the single panels can be turned in any direction. And we'll see that when we come to this set here. This is a diptych. The blue panel will get just a tiny little bit of handwork on it. The red panel is not finished. But it could be shown vertically with the black panel on the top, which looks very nice in that direction. Actually, it can be shown in many different ways, but the size constraints of the museum are going to have us probably doing things much more horizontally. Dulce, the curator, and I will make those decisions as we're laying out the show. And there's plenty of options with many of these things, but this first one, being the most narrative of everything in the show, maybe this will be the first painting or the last painting, is pretty much like this just because of the nature of it. Whereas when you get to something like this, which is much more black, this panel could go in any direction, and actually it's very challenging to see these from this angle, etc. But that's a nice piece. This in the center I'm talking about, it was originally part of a diptych. The second piece is down here on the floor, which I'll show you in a minute. But I think I like them separated. They're strong enough. They work on their own. They work together. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Dulce says when she sees them. This is a little bit older one. You don't from here see any red and blue in it, but it's there. There's kind of a little bump out to the left that is blue. But otherwise, underneath this pattern, you can't really get to see it in this film. But underneath it, you do see red and blue. I guess I'm not going to get an angle, and plus the sculpture's in the way, as per normal. There are a couple of pieces like this, so you can see the red and blue coming through. The interesting thing about this one and a mate that it has is that there's also red and blue painted on top of the black, which you may just be getting a little glow of from this camera angle and lighting. But when you were with it and you look into the piece, it gives it much more depth because the colors of red and blue disappear into the black as well as peer out of the black. Okay. This one is the mate to the one in the center at the top that was originally a diptych, and I don't know if I can get a good angle so that you can see it. So there are a lot of flag ideas in these pieces. You can see the rectangle floating. The American flag has a blue field with white stars, and you could possibly say that, oh, the stars have fallen. There we go. And maybe they've come down to here a little bit, but this gives you a little bit more of an idea of what we're working with in these pieces. Glare and lighting and problems like that. But anyway, and so we'll decide if this and the other are shown together as a diptych or separately. There are a few other ones. This is one of the ones where there's blue on top of the black as well as underneath it. Oh, and the red, I mean, you know. I can't really get it, the fan's in the way, but you have the idea. This one also. And you can create narratives about these in any art speak nonsense way that you want to. You know, this almost has a halo over, you know, a little dented halo over the field of what would be stars. The light's going out in those stars. And it gives, you know, you can create a narrative that's like, okay, maybe the religious Reich, R-E-I-C-H, is really putting the light out in America. Well, you know, this is all just talk because I'm a painter, not a philosopher, but you get the idea. This white panel, which a 36-foot painting, or part of a 36-foot painting, fell on and destroyed a couple other canvases. This is going to be, was not originally part of the series and will be incorporated into it. There's a second panel that is not damaged, that is there with the same white on white painting, and once again was not originally part of this series but will be incorporated into it. I don't know if we can see the white on white, but anyway, it's there, and that'll be a panel. This is lovely. This blue panel has a lot of handwork on it, which of course is strange for a painter to say, but I'm liking that. The red one that matches it, or that goes with it, this is a diptych also, is not completed. It will have a lot more work done to it, but the blue is done and has come out very nicely. There are some here that will get a few touch-ups. These are more on the black side. Once again, some of them a little wilder. You can see color coming through in places, but a lot of it is white on white, I'm sorry, black on black. Once again, you get the flag motif, you know, maybe the star idea, but these will get little touch-ups. They're pretty much done. This is the last piece I have to show you, if we can get it without glare and lighting and that kind of stuff. It's a nice, exciting piece. You can see the red, whites, and blues in it. You can see my shadow. Well, I might not be getting this too well, but this is the idea. This is my show. This is some of the stuff from my show called Distress at the Neutra Museum next June. Flag Day is in June 2018. Just giving you an idea. Thank you very much.